What's up, faithful? It is your boy Niner Sickness with the Niner Sickness podcast, a late night show. Listen, guys, I'm gonna come on here real quick. I was listening to this Ram fan. I wouldn't mention their name, but man, talk about being delusional. I couldn't hear it no more. I could not hear this anymore, man. I was like, man, this stuff, man. I just had to come on real quick on here on my channel and kind of release some of that stress, because I was like, this fan está loco. What's up, Damien? Before we get started, real quick, make sure to please wipe your feet before entering. Smash that like button for your boy Niner Sickness. We got Damian Lee. I heard Rudy speak on he needs to be arrested for air pollution for all that love that Yep. What's up, Tanisha? How you doing, girl? What's up? I mean the dream. Look who's in the house. I mean the dream is in the house. How you doing, sir? Always a pleasure on seeing you, brother. What was she saying? Really, huh? Yeah, Ram fans, let me tell you. They won one Super Bowl in this tender regime. I don't count the one they won in St. Louis. They won one Super Bowl. I'll give it to the Rams. They won a Super Bowl. But oh my goodness, they beat us in the NFC Championship. Yes, they did. But that's all they have to hang on to. All of a sudden, we are their little brother. All of a sudden, they own us. All of a sudden, Kyle Shanahan is not a good coach. They won one game. I give it. It was a game that led the team to go to the Super Bowl. So if there's a game to win, that is definitely the game to win. But my God, the Niners are still a better team than the Rams. Thank you, I mean the dream. Appreciate it, brother. We got our boy Trey Lance, Debo Samuel, and then if I look right there, that's Kaepernick, Nick. Oh my God, Colin Kaepernick back there. Gotta support Kaepernick, man. But let me tell you, Ram fans are delusional, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit tonight, because they beat us one game, and yes, it was a game in the NFC Championship. They beat us by 3 points. 3 points. We had bad quarterback play from Jimmy G, and they beat us by 3 points. Now, at the end of the day, it's still a W. I can't take that away from them, but they act like now they own the Niners. They're better than the Niners. And one of the things is it's funny to me that fans are like, our stadium is better than your stadium. Who cares about the stadiums? They didn't win the Super Bowl because their stadium is nice. They won the Super Bowl because they were the better team on the field against the Bengals. You don't win because you have a nicer stadium. Give me a break. And then Ram fans are talking like, we're building this and we're building that. And I'm like, I don't know. The last time I checked, were there any, did you own part of the Rams? Are you part owner? You know, it's funny, man. It really, really is. Damien says, what's up, Beto? The Rams are the red-headed stepchild in California. I'm telling you. They want to talk about the owners. The Niners owners compared. Listen, that female owner that owned the Rams were a terrible owner. Took them to St. Louis. They finally came back. You know, if you look at the 80s, and the thing about it is, I understand that we haven't won a Super Bowl in a while. I understand that the Niners haven't won a Super Bowl in a long time. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Trying to get the clarity there. Okay. I understand that the Niners haven't won a Super Bowl in quite a bit. But you can't deny that you have 5 Super Bowls compared to 2. Whether the 2 have been won sooner than the 5 that the Niners won, you still can't deny the 5. Yeah, we haven't won a Super Bowl in a while, but we've been to 2 Super Bowl appearances. We've been to a few NFC championship games. We haven't won the big one in a while. I understand that. But you cannot deny the 5. The 5 are there. They were won. The Niners won it. Whether it was a long time ago, it doesn't matter. The Niners have 5 Super Bowls on their shelf. And that can't be denied. I know Ram fans want to say, well, we won one this year or last year, and we won the latest one. Yes, you did. But at the end of the day, you still only have 2 Super Bowls. Whether you won it this year or 20 years ago, you only have 2 compared to us having 5. You're still 3 short to kind of catch up to us. So I don't understand the Niners are the stepchild or the Niners are the little brother of the Rams. Laker fans are delusional too, getting Westbrook. They were like, we're winning again. Yeah, bro, we're not going to talk about the Lakers tonight, man. This is the Niners Sickness podcast, not the Lakers retirement home basketball team. We don't have to say anything. They take 5 over 2. I'm telling you. Even though they're 5, what's up, Tech Village idiot, by the way? Even though they're 5 and they've been old. Okay, we haven't won one since 94. Okay, I understand that. I'm not delusional. I understand the last time we won one, it was in 94, and we haven't won one since. It's coming, though. It is coming, especially with the young man, Trey Lance. But 5 is still higher than 2. No matter which way you cut it, no matter which way you dice it, 5 is still more. 5 is still more than 2. And whether the 5 were our agent, a long time ago, years ago, it doesn't matter. 5 is still better or higher than 2. Look, I graduated from high school a long time ago. They're going to talk because they won the Super Bowl. I said congrats to them when they won it. They still continue to talk crap. Be humble already. I'm telling you, they can't stop. I go to Rams, and I made this. Okay, this show that I made tonight is strictly about delusional fans. So we're talking strictly about the Rams and their fans. But normally, when I do my show, I talk about my 49ers. I talk about my quarterback, whether he can be good or not. I talk about my offensive line. I talk about the defensive line. I talk about what can the Niners do to get better. I talk 49er football. But I go and check out a lot of these Ram fans, and all they can do is talk about Kyle's not a good coach. This and that. And they can't get the Niners out of their mouth. It's like I was under the impression that when you have a talk show, you talk about your team. You address issues about your team, right? With your 49er or whatever team you represent fan base. When you're talking more about the team you play against twice a year, why is that? I don't feel threatened by the Rams. I don't feel threatened by the Cardinals. even though we haven't beat them in 2 years. I still don't feel threatened by the Seahawks now that Russell Wilson's not there. So when I have a 49er show, I'm going to talk 49er football. I'm going to talk 49er football. I'm going to talk about what the Niners need to do to improve. I'm going to talk about highlights of training camp. How is the safety position doing? How are the running backs doing? How are the receivers playing? How is Trey Lance doing? Is he adjusting with pads? We're going to talk in this podcast strictly about the 49ers and how they can get better. You're not going to hear me normally, besides this show tonight, you're not going to hear me say the Rams this and the Rams that and this about the Rams and that about the Rams and this about the Cardinals and that about the Cardinals. I don't care about the Rams. I don't care about the Cardinals. I definitely don't care about the Seahawks. I care about the red and gold, the Niners. So I'm going to talk about the team that I have on my hand. Forgot which camera I was looking at. I'm going to talk about the team that I represent. Now, tonight, I'm talking about the Rams because I just heard a lot of delusional Rams tonight, and I had enough. I had to come in here, and I had to vent with you guys. But normally, I talk about the Niners and Niners only. I agree with you. I have a good feeling. Now, let's be honest. Whatever Trey Lance becomes is going to depend on how far we go this year. Do we get average quarterback play from Trey? And if we get average quarterback play, right, it's still equivalent to Jimmy G, how Jimmy G played last year. If we get above average, then now we're cooking, right? Now we're doing better with Trey. If Trey really, really plays above everybody's expectations, then I can see ourselves going to the Super Bowl because we have a great roster. We have great receivers, great running game, an offensive line that there's have been some adjustments that have made the retirement of Alex Mack, Tomlinson left in free agency, so there has been some changes. Mike McGlinchey coming back from injury. Is he the McGlinchey of old? Is there going to be a battle at the right tackle position? I think there is. I think there's going to be a battle between Mike McGlinchey and Spencer Buford. I think Spencer Buford is going to push. It's going to push Mike McGlinchey to have a good year. But I feel comfortable with our offensive line. I think even though names that are popping up like Aaron Banks, a young guard, I think he'll be fine. And remember, the scheme that the Niners run, Kyle Shanahan runs a scheme that benefits the offensive line. Now, whenever you have changes on your offensive line, the reality is that there's going to be some hiccups. We're dealing with Jake Brundle, and we're not dealing with Alex Mack anymore in the middle. We're dealing with Aaron Banks and not Lincoln Tomlinson. So that's going to be an adjustment that needs to be made. But I think the Niners will take care of that in training camp. I think the Niners will focus on who will be the best 5 starting offensive linemen going into the 2022 season. I'm very excited about what we are going to have in Trey Lance. What kind of quarterback is Trey Lance going to be? Now, is Trey Lance going to have hiccups? Yes. Is Trey Lance going to make his mistakes as a young quarterback? Yes. But I think this quarterback is so smart, has been raised right. He's hungry. He's willing to learn. The more reps he gets, the better he's going to be. Trey Lance definitely has the potential to be a great quarterback. Now, the proof is in the pudding, right? We don't know what we have in Trey. We hope that we have a Josh Allen in the making. We hope he's one of those type tier quarterbacks of the Patrick Mahomes. We hope that, right? But reality is we don't know what we have in Trey. It's a mystery. The potential's there. The ability's there. He's under Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan's going to put him in great positions to win and play well. But at the end of the day, do we feel comfortable with Trey? And the reality, if you ask me, I don't feel comfortable until I see Trey play against the Bears. Then I see him play against the Seattle Seahawks. Then I see him play against the Broncos. Week 3. Let me tell you guys, week 3 is going to be a test for this young man. A lot of 49er fans, including myself, is truly going to get a feel and a taste for what kind of quarterback we're going to have. Because the Bears are a bad team. The Seahawks are not that good, even especially now with Russell Wilson gone. But the Broncos are not only good offensively with the addition of Russell Wilson, but their defense is very good. Their defense, their front four, and then remember, they added DJ Jones over there. They're going to bring havoc. The offensive line of the 49ers will get tested week 3. So they have week 1 and week 2 to make the proper adjustments on that offensive line. And they're going to have to make those adjustments week 1 and week 2. So when they go and play the Broncos in Denver in week 3, they better have it together, that offensive line. Because that pass rush will be coming. What is Kyle going to call? How is Kyle going to utilize Trey Lance in that game? That game, the Broncos, is going to open up my eyes in a way that I'm going to find out, do we have something in this kid? Even if we lose. Now, I don't want to lose against the Broncos, okay? Niner sickness says we're losing. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just being realistic. Even if we lose against the Broncos, I want to see how our offensive line protected. I want to see if our offensive line was able to open up holes for our running game. I want to see if Trey Lance was able to make his proper reads and adjustments on the fly. I want to see the route running of our receivers, the timing of the throws. Those are the things that I want to see. And I believe that the Broncos would be the team that will give us a better idea of what kind of season we're going to have. Even though it's early, I understand it's early, week 3. But that test against the Broncos is going to be, especially Mile High, where the air is thin. It gets loud there. The fans are fanatics. That game is going to be a test for the San Francisco 49ers. What's up, Tony Smith in the house? He says, hello, Niner Empire. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's go, Niners. Can't wait for the season to start. Neither can I, brother. I can't wait for training camp. I can't wait for preseason. And I definitely cannot wait for September 8th, I believe it is, where the Niners travel to Chicago to take on the Bears. Roberto Hastings, what's up, brother? Bang, bang, Niner gang. I hope our defense will protect Trey. And I am nervous too. The Bear game is really hard in the Bear game, it's really going to be hard to really get a feel of that offensive line. It's the first game of the season. There's going to be your errors. Then we come home and we play the Seahawks. The Seahawks defense is not that good. But I'm telling you, week 3, playing against the Denver Broncos in Denver is truly going to be a test for our young offensive line. Well, they're not young, but you know what I mean. Our inexperienced offensive line. So hopefully they're able to make their adjustments from week 1 to week 2, and hopefully that offensive line can start gelling with one another, feeling comfortable with one another, because they're going to need to have their best game against the Broncos. They're going to need to play their best game against the Broncos, because the Broncos will challenge our offensive line. Are they going to be able, first and foremost, can they protect? Can the Niners offensive line protect Trey Lance? That's number 1. Number 2, can they open up lanes for our running game? Number 3, can they feed off each other? Those are going to be the 3 key things against the Broncos. And why do I speak highly about the Broncos? Because the Broncos are a very good team, defensively and offensively, and special teams. So the Niners will be tested week 3. The offensive line will be tested. Trey Lance's ability to adjust on the fly, making his reads, making adjustments, because that pass rush will be coming. What is Trey going to do? Is Trey going to be able to is he going to get antsy and try to run? Is he going to be poised in the pocket and wait for a receiver to develop and get the ball to Ayuk, get the ball to Jennings or Debo? Is Kyle Shanahan going to call misdirection? Are they going to use Ray McCloud in the backfield? Are they going to do a lot of misdirection with Ray McCloud to take the pressure off the offense? How is our running game going to be? Are we going to be dominant in our run game? What yard percentage are we going to have in our run game? Is Elijah Mitchell going to be the starter? If he is, who's the backup? Is it T.Y.? Is it going to be Sermon? Is Trey Sermon year 2 going to be able to step up and play at the potential that the Niners drafted him in the 3rd round? Or is he going to be a bust? Now, I seen video of Trey Sermon. Practicing, working, doing his feet workout. He looks good. Is Trey Sermon going to be? Is T.Y.? Is he going to be able to come in out of LSU and handle his business? I heard people calling T.Y. the second Frank Gore, and I cannot agree with that. I will not disrespect Frank Gore. Now, I hope T.Y. plays well. I hope T.Y. becomes a great running back for the Niners. But to say that he's the next upcoming Frank Gore, to me, it is complete disrespect to what Frank Gore has done. I say, young man, you need to earn your stripes. I am not comparing him to Frank. I am not comparing him to any running back, past, present, or future. He needs to be the best of himself. How is our receivers going to be? Is Debo going to get paid and be happy? Is Debo going to play under his rookie contract and not be happy? Is Brandon Ayuk going to have a breakout year? Is Juwan Jennings going to give more production this year? Can Danny Gray beat out Ray McCloud for that fourth receiver? Who will be the fourth receiver? Will it be Ray McCloud? Would it be Danny Gray? I think a lot of people understand that we brought in Ray McCloud for special teams, right? Punt returner. We brought him in, punt returner. Hold on, guys. We brought him in as a punt returner, but I think the Niners will be able to utilize him as a receiver. Thank you, Dick Tracy. What's up, Dick Tracy? Welcome to the channel, brother. Welcome to the channel. I called it in, shout out you out. I called in and I shouted you out. Right on, brother. I'm a little bit behind in the comments. I apologize. Don't laugh. I have a higher voice than you might think. I'm 44. You guys talking amongst each other, which I love when you guys talk amongst each other. That is awesome. Do you join Grand Stream 2? Okay, so I think Tommy and Dick Tracy are talking to each other, which is fine. I love it. What's up, Rudy? Rudy's in the house. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, Niner bro, Niners Sickness Podcast. Rams fans are delusional. We're fans of the Super Bowl champ. You are the Super Bowl champ delusional champs. That's what I'm calling the Rams. The delusional champs. And we are arguably have the better all-around team this year and year 2, which Stafford and McVay's playbook. McVay is not a good coach. I'm sorry. He's not a good coach. He won a Super Bowl. Oh, big deal. You guys bought the Super Bowl, man. You guys bought a Super Bowl. The only original player you have is Aaron Donald. You brought in Sam Stafford. You couldn't win a Super Bowl with golf. So you bring in Stafford. You pay for him. You bring in your corner and you pay. You guys brought in players to win a Super Bowl. Now, it worked and it paid off. But it's not like your coach developed players. It's not like he developed all the Ram players and you guys flourished and won a Super Bowl. Even though you guys won it, and I can't take that away from you guys bought it. Just like the 94 Niners, that Super Bowl was bought. Okay? That Super Bowl was bought. The first 4 Super Bowls, they earned. They drafted and developed their players under great coach of Bill Walsh. And we won 4 Super Bowls. 94? Yeah, we bought that Super Bowl. We brought in Dion. We brought Ken Norton Jr. We brought Ricky Jackson. Oh my God, I can't even think of all the players that we brought in that year. So the 94 Niners, we bought that Super Bowl. The Rams, you guys bought this Super Bowl. So to say that Coach McVay is a good coach, it's laughable. When you have great players doing their job on the team, you don't even have to coach. They're good. Then you guys brought in Miller, brought OBJ. Now, it worked. It worked for the Rams. You guys won a Super Bowl. But to sit there and say that McVay is a good coach develops his players. They develop their players and make the players be good. You don't bring in an old quarterback like McVay. Why couldn't McVay win with golf? If McVay is such a good coach, if Sean McVay is such a good coach, why couldn't he win with golf? He's the number 1 draft pick. At least Jimmy was a second round draft pick from the Patriots. He wasn't a number 1 quarterback. Why couldn't McVay beat the Patriots with golf? And don't give me that Cooper Kupp was hurt. Like you said on your show earlier, they're just excuses, right? So to me, a good coach, honestly, is a coach that can develop the players that the GM drafts. You guys buy your players. So is he really coaching these players, or these players already know what to do? You can give me an all-star team, and I'll be a good coach. Give me an all-star team, and I'll be the coach of the year, because I don't got to do much. I just got to sit there and watch these all-stars do their job. But when you're coaching and developing players like the Niners, tell me the big names the Niners have brought in. I want to hear you. I want to hear it from you, Rudy. Tell me the players that the Niners have brought in that are big names. We finally brought in a corner this year, Charvarius Ward, but he's not a big name. He's not your typical all-star corner like your corner. He's going to have to be developed, and he's going to have to be taught to be better. We drafted Fred Warner. We drafted Greenlaw. We brought in undrafted free agent Aziz and developed them. They've been developed. Debo developed. Ayuk is developed. Bosa's been developed. Buckner. We brought in players from the draft, and we have been developing them. Now, unfortunately, and you call it excuses, that's fine. But when you come in and you take over a team that you have to completely dismantle, when Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch took over the team in 2017, they completely dismantled the team. They only kept 2 players. 2. Not 3, not 15, not 20. Only 2 players. And everybody else was new. You're not going to have a winning season when you bring in brand new players to a team that you just took over. Now, if we're honest with ourselves, Sean McVay took over a good team and added a couple of pieces here and there. And he's been irrelevant. But when you take over a team and you completely dismantle it and you only keep 2 players and start drafting from that point on, and you get, because remember, even though that Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch did not win the Super Bowl in 2019, you want to know how many players from the 2012 was on the roster in the 2019 Super Bowl? How many players do you think of the Niners 2012 Super Bowl were on the 2019 Super Bowl? Was it 5? Was it 7? No. 1. The only player from the 2012 roster was Joe Staley, left tackle of the 49ers. He was the only player from the 2012 Super Bowl in the 2019. What I'm trying to get at is this. The Niners had to dismantle the team, recreate it, bring in players left and right. Yes, that's why we played. We overpaid for a lot of players at the time because nobody wanted to come to San Francisco. Kyle Shanahan had to reinvent the wheel, if you will, in the organization. And within the last 4 years, within his regime, when the team is healthy, we have gone to 2 NFC championship games and 1 Super Bowl appearance. With a brand new team, everybody being developed, drafted and developed, not bought. We didn't go to the garage sale and bought players like the Rams. So it is what it is. What's up, Brand New? I like the name, Brand New. What's up? Welcome to the show. Says here, who made the biggest plays in the Super Bowl? Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald, drafted player. Those 2 were drafted again. And the players that you paid for didn't do that much. OBJ did pretty good, other than getting hurt. And I felt bad for OBJ when he got hurt. But he's a bot player. Miller did great. He's a bot. You guys are going to miss Miller. Watch. You guys are definitely going to miss Miller this year. Your pass rush is only of Aaron Donald. I am not a big fan of Floyd. I think Floyd is below average. Floyd is below average. So the only push you're getting from your front line is Aaron Donald. Now, I give you, Aaron Donald is, at this point, probably the best defensive tackle in the NFL. But he's the only one pushing your front line. We have a plethora of good defensive linemen. As a matter of fact, we have a lineman that the Rams let go. You guys might remember his name, Samson Ikebim, or whatever his last name is. Hard to say his last name. Samson E. was let go by the Rams. And for what I've been hearing from Rudy wishes that the Niners will cut Samson because he wants him back. Am I blurry? All right. He wants him back. He wants Samson back. But he's part of our team now. Did you see what McVay did with golf? No, but I saw golf trying to hit on McVay's wife. I saw that. Chart is MVP for the Lambs. Let's see here. Rams own simps. See the Rams. See this is the delusional part. The Rams won a Super Bowl. Good for you. Good for you. You won a Super Bowl. Good for you. You guys won a Super Bowl. That's awesome. Great. But 2 Super Bowls in the existence of your team, only 2. And one of them was won in St. Louis. The very first Super Bowl. Can you imagine winning your very first Super Bowl as a Ram and it gets celebrated in the land of St. Louis? What a stick from the Ram band base. For the Rams were locally in LA. They were originally LA Rams. The lady owner, she took and uprooted the Rams to St. Louis, and they won their first Super Bowl there. Instead of having a parade, now the Rams finally had their parade in LA. Hey, more power to you guys. All 5 of you at the Rams parade, because I only counted like 5 fan people there. There was only like maybe now if you saw the parade of the Warriors in San Francisco, if you looked at the Warrior parade and you look at the Rams parade, there was only like 5 Rams there with the little flags. We won a Super Bowl. We won a Super Bowl. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Denisha. It's just that the Rams they beat us in the NFC Championship. Listen, 7 games. Out of 7 games, even a bad team is going to get lucky. Even a bad team will get lucky and win a game. It's hard to win 3 games in 1 year. We beaten the Rams 6 times in a row. We beat the Rams at home to get into the playoffs. But the Rams win 1 game against us. I got to give it. It's a big game. It was an NFC Championship game, but it's still 1 game. And now they own the Niners, right? Now the Niners are the little brother. That's why I called fans delusional. Enjoy your win. Enjoy your Super Bowl. Hey, enjoy your Super Bowl. Enjoy your win. You guys won a Super Bowl. Enjoy it. But man, all Ram fans do is talk about the Niners. They talk about the Niners more than some of us Niner fans talk about our team. I'm telling you, they can't get the Niners out of their mouth. What's up, Seth? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, he took over a good team. Do you even know who the team was when he took over? Because you guys bought everybody already, so listen. He took over a better team. The Niners were trash. The Niners got scrapped when Kyle Shanahan came in 2017. They scrapped that roster and only left 2 players there, and had to develop everyone. And yet we managed to make it to 2 championships and 1 Super Bowl appearance. You know how many teams don't even make it to a championship game? You know how many teams would love to see their teams play in a championship game? Talk to the Cardinal fans. Talk to the Lions fans. Talk to the Browns fans. Talk to the Jets fans. They will tell you they would love to watch their team in a championship game. They would even love to watch their team play in the Super Bowl. Now, you want to win. I mentioned this earlier to Rudy. The Rams played in the Super Bowl 2018 with golf. Lost to the Patriots. The only offensive score was from your kicker. That's the only player that scored, was your kicker. 2019, the Niners went and lost to the Chiefs. And for 3 quarters, now at the end of the day, we lost, bottom line. But for 3 quarters, I bet you Ram fans were like, oh, damn, here comes number 6. It slipped away. I know, I was pissed. I'm not even going to go there. 2020, the Bucks win their championship at home. 2021, the Rams go back to the Super Bowl, and this time they won it with a new quarterback. Older quarterback, but new. Niners went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy, lost. We're getting rid of Jimmy. We're playing Trey. Now, I'm gonna admit, I'm talking about delusional Rams fans, and yet I'm not gonna be delusional by making this statement. I can't say we're going to go to the Super Bowl this year. It's our schedule is brutal. Our schedule is brutal. We're starting a brand new quarterback, a young quarterback with lacking a lot of experience. If I sat here and said, "Yep, we're going to the playoffs, and we're going to go to the Super Bowl, and we're going to win it," well, then I shouldn't say Ram fans are delusional. I should say Ram fans and Niners sickness is delusional. If we get average play from Trey with the roster that we have, the receivers, the running backs, our defensive line, we have arguably the best 3 linebacker set in the NFL. We have the best middle linebacker in the NFC West. Rams have Aaron Donald. We have Nick Bosa. People say, now I'm not going to compare Trey Lance to Stafford. Stafford has proven himself not only with the Rams but with the Lions. He won a Super Bowl. So I'm going to keep respect where respect is deserved. I'm not going to compare Trey to Stafford. But I will say that Nick Bosa is as valuable, as good to the Niners defense as Aaron Donald is to the Rams. So, if you want to match player by player, quarterback, Rams are better. Running back, the Niners are better. Offensive line, it's a toss-up between both teams right now. But we have the best left tackle in the game. We have arguably the second or third best tight end. You guys have Cooper Kupp. We have Deebo Samuel. And I don't want to hear that Cooper Kupp is better. We got Deebo Samuel. He's effective. I don't want to hear that he might not be on the team. He's on the team right now. When he leaves, if he leaves, then we don't have Cooper, we don't have Deebo no more. But he's here now. That counts out Cooper. You guys have Allen Robinson, he's not the same guy as before. We have Brandon Ayuk. You see where I'm going? We match up well. Defensively, you have a top 5 corner in Ramsey. I give you that. So you beat us there. Linebacker core, we beat you guys. You guys have one decent linebacker in Wagner. We got 3. Defensive line, you have Aaron Donald, the man, the myth, the legend, Aaron Donald, and William and Floyd. Who else do you have in that defensive line? We have Nick Bosa, Javon Kinlaw. We have Eric Armstead and Sampson and company. Because we're going to have a rotational of rushers on that opposite side of Bosa. These teams are going to be a rivalry with one another for a very long time. But if you look at the roster, the Rams do have certain key players that are good. You got Aaron Donald, Stafford. Stafford's okay. He's not like, oh my God, type of quarterback. He's not the Tom Brady. He's not in the league of Josh Allen and what's his name? Mahomes. Okay? You guys have Aaron Donald. You guys have Ramsey. Wagner. Wagner he's decent, but he's old, bro. It's like the Lakers. I love my Lakers, man, but we brought in a whole retirement crew. We brought a whole bunch of players that were maybe 7 years ago were great. I don't know. When they did that, I'm like, holy crap. We're going to be the laughing stock of the freaking NBA. And I wasn't wrong. We exited early. And everybody went back to their retirement home. You guys bring in Miller last year, but Miller left. He went into greater pastures. He went to the Bills. OBJ, he may be back, but he's going to be back towards the end, the end of the year. Robinson is not that he's okay, but I think Robert Woods was better. And I think he's going to be great in Tennessee. Your running game is not stout, but I do like Cam. I think he's a promising young running back, and he got hurt, unfortunately. But I think this kid will be special. But we have a plethora of running backs. And we don't need to have a name running back. That's the beautiful thing about Kyle Shanahan's scheme. We don't need to have the I don't want to say Ezekiel Elliott anymore because he's no good. He's trash. We don't have the Derrick Henrys. We don't have these big name running backs, the Chubbs. But we do have a lot of running backs that can play very well under Kyle Shanahan's scheme. So the Niners, to me, match up very well with the Rams, and I believe that we have a better roster than the Rams. Now, there are key positions that the Rams are better. Corner. But I like our corners. I like Charvarius Ward with Emmanuel Mosley and Jason Verrett if he can stay healthy. But Jason Verrett doesn't have to play. We don't have to depend on Jason Verrett like we did in 2020. They're going to sprinkle him in there. We have Hufanga. And Rudy will tell you from USC, Hufanga's a pretty good player. Now, we brought in Drake Jackson, but again, I am not delusional. I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket and sit there and say that Drake Jackson is going to be a Nick Bosa. Drake Jackson might not even play that much on this defense. If Sampson can play well, or Charlie Menahue, the kid that we brought in from the Colts with the experience, Tomiko Ture, if he plays very well, we're not going to see that much of Jackson. They're going to develop him. But we have the luxury of developing Jackson and not having to pressure him to start and be something that he's not ready to be. We have the luxury of saying, hey, kid, watch Bosa, watch Eric Armstead and the guys, learn, and we'll develop you. And next year, you may play a few games here and there, but next year we can cut you loose and let you do your thing. We have that luxury. If we lose a player, let me say this. I don't want to lose Bosa. God knows we've done that in 2020. If we lose Bosa, it would hurt our team. It will hurt our team. But we can survive because we have depth in our roster. We might not be as good, but we have depth in our roster. If the Rams lose Aaron Donald, if they lose Ramsey, God forbid, I do not wish injuries on any team. I don't care if I don't like the team. I hate injuries. I do not want injuries on any team. I do not wish it on. But if they lose Aaron Donald or Ramsey, they're screwed. The Rams are screwed. The Niners have depth. So it's nice to have all these key players with high money, But if one of them goes down, God forbid if two of them go down, that can derail the Rams. If Bosa goes down, we still have a chance. If Bosa and Warner go down, which I wouldn't even want to imagine that scenario, we will not be good, but we can manage. We'll be able to do it because we have what you like to call depth within our roster. Can the Rams say the same? If they're honest with each other, and if they're honest with themselves, he's not trash. He's not superior. He's not great. He might be a casualty. He might get cut by the Niners because we can save $6 million, and if we get the same production from these young kids, if we can get the same production from these other kids that we have on the roster, the chances are that he will get cut, not because he's not good, but it's because he's going to be a high-paid commodity that we might have to cut. But he's pretty good. One of your own fan base, Rudy from the Ramilia Sports, he'll tell you he likes Ikebam. He wants him back. So I guess you Ram fans have different opinion of what garbage and what's not. You think he's trash as a Rams fan. Rudy doesn't think he's trash. Now, Rudy never said he's great, but Rudy doesn't think he's trash. So that just tells me a player is not always good or bad. It's just an opinion of individual fan base. I'm telling you. Tell them, Tommy. Tell them. I promise to get to your guys' comments. I am behind. I know that Rudy has brought in a few comments. I will bring them up, Rudy. Do not worry. Unless they're addressed to the comments and not me. Love the background, brother. A wall looks sick. Thank you, brother. Oh, Dustin. We got to work out a time for you to be on my show. Dustin, he started his own podcast show, a Niner fan. Check him out. Type in the comments, bro, your page, or put the link in the comments for your page. And he's starting his podcast. He's starting to put himself out there, bring 49er content. I love to encourage youngsters to develop in the content world of social media, and I love to encourage him. Check him out and go and like his page. Support the young man. He's going to be on my show. We got to figure out a day and time, but he's going to be on my show, and he'll give you guys further detail about his page. I don't know why I feel like my camera's not. I gotta fix the sensor. This one's more clear, right? Yeah, this one doesn't. I don't lose any on this one, but this one here, I tend to get it. I don't know if it's a microphone or what, but anyway, 2 Super Bowls since your last one. Yeah, you guys won 2 Super Bowls. You guys won 2 Super Bowls since our last Super Bowl. You're absolutely correct. But there's, at the end of the day, it is still 2. I wasn't great in math. I wasn't that great in math, but I do know that 5 is greater than 2. Even an old 5 with a bunch of dust on it and a bunch of cobwebs is still higher than a shiny 2. No matter how you put it. An old dusty 5 with cobwebs in the cellar and a shiny number 2 in the middle of the living room. 5 is still greater than 2. You can say we won the 5 when Moses from the Bible was still alive or Jesus was here. I don't care. It doesn't matter. We still won 5 Super Bowls. They are just like you guys won 2, and those 2 Super Bowls will never be taken away from the Rams. Now, all 5 Super Bowls were won in San Francisco, for the city of San Francisco, I should say. Your first Super Bowl was for the city of St. Louis. That sucked, man. I can imagine being a Rams fan from LA and watching my team celebrate a parade in St. Louis. Even if we win a Super Bowl in Santa Clara, okay, the parade will be in San Francisco. So don't get it twisted. We represent San Francisco playing in Santa Clara. And you guys are called, and it's funny because a lot of Ram fans make fun of the Niners playing in Santa Clara when the name is San Francisco, right? But the Rams are called the Los Angeles Rams, but they don't play in Los Angeles. Where's your stadium at? It's not in LA. Where is it at? So I don't understand how Ram fans can make fun of Niner fans because the Niners are San Francisco, but yet they play in Santa Clara. The Rams are in the same situation. Santa Clara Niners have 0. See, without being disrespectful to you, brand new, that is the stupidest thing people can say. We have 1 in LA. You guys have 1-0 in Santa Clara. McVay has 1, and Kyle Shanahan has 0. I don't represent Kyle Shanahan. I don't represent or support Santa Clara. You know who I represent? The emblem. San Francisco, the team. The 49ers. That's the team that I root for. I like Kyle Shanahan because he's our coach. I don't care too much for Santa Clara for our stadium, but it is there. But our team that I root for is the Rams. Oh my goodness! See, that was twist. Now you guys can make fun of that. Is the Niners? That's a freebie for you guys. Is the Niners? That's who I root for. That's my team. So when you guys say that Santa Clara Niners have 0, that is lame. That is stupid. The Niners, the franchise has 5. The Rams franchise has 2. Now they're recent 2, yes, but it's still a franchise trophies. It's not Santa Clara versus where are you guys at? I forgot what part of LA. Not LA, but anyway, where your stadium's at. So the Niners have won 5 Super Bowls as a franchise. The Rams have won 2 as a franchise. This whole 0 in Santa Clara, really? Really? That sounds really stupid. It really does. Niners D-line is better than the Niners D-line is better than the Niners hands down. Niners D-line is better than the Niners. That's interesting. So we're better than ourselves. Okay. Never heard it like that before. The Niners D-line is better than the Niners. Hands down. I got to read this again. The Niners D-line is better than the Niners. Hands down. I guess we're better than I thought we were. All right. AD gains, Sean and Robinson and Floyd. Now Robinson plays on the D line because we're talking about the D line. I'm kind of, you got to clarify stuff a little bit, Rudy. I'm very, very confused. Let me call in. Where are you gonna call in? I'm not. I don't take collect calls. I know Ram fans cannot afford to call in for free. They want to call in collect. I don't accept collect calls from people I don't know. I live in Illinois and I see people still wearing their St. Louis Rams gear. Yep. Yeah, they do. Rudy, your pass rush will be top 30. Floyd is not good. He's not. They may argue that, but Floyd is not good. AD is a monster. Aaron Donald is a monster. I guarantee you, if they would have lost Floyd and kept Miller, or what's his name? The rusher from, you know who I'm talking about. It's getting late. The one that went to the Bills. They rather would have kept him over Floyd. Tell me if I'm wrong, Rudy. If you had the choice between Floyd and Miller, who would you rather keep? If you're being honest with yourself. Yep. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Good job. Here's your participation award, champs. Still have 5 Super Bowls, baby, as a franchise. Still have 5 Super Bowls, bro. If you ever play sports and you ever won any championships, just because they're old doesn't mean you did not achieve those awards. They don't go away. They don't go away. That's why I don't follow Steve Young. I don't follow Montana. I don't follow players. I like players, but I follow the 49ers. I follow the franchise. When Joe Montana left San Francisco and went to Kansas City, I didn't go to Kansas City and became a Joe Montana fan. I stayed a 49er fan. Steve Young came in, and I supported Steve Young because he was the next man up. So you may call it participation. At the end of the day, we can go back and forth until we're tired. 5 is still better than 2. The Niners still have 5. Rams only have 2. Regardless of how old it is, the franchise is still better than the Rams. If we go by Super Bowls, which every team, that's what they shoot for every year. What's the whole purpose of playing football? Is to win the ring, right? The whole point of playing football is to get a Super Bowl ring. Why? Because once you have it, it's yours. Okay? I'll put an example. 15 years from now, 30 years from now, if a Rams fan is debating a argument with a Lions fan, and the Lions fan has still never won a championship or any type of Super Bowl, and your guys are debating, 30 years from today, your Super Bowl that you won last year is going to be history, right? It's going to be ancient. But you guys can still tell that Lions fan, we got 2 Super Bowls. Our franchise has 2 Super Bowls. 30 years from now, 2021 is going to feel like, oof, forever, right? But Ram fans then, a lot of us probably going to be dead. Maybe me. A lot of the young Ram fans, if they have an argument or discussion with a Lions fan, they can say, my team has 2 Super Bowls. It doesn't matter if it was won in 2021 and it's 30 years from today. They can still say, as a proud fan of a team, we won 2 Super Bowls. The Niners won 5. You can spit it all you want. You can say whatever you want. You can say they're old. At the end of the day, 5 Super Bowls is better than 2. And that's the bottom line, because whatever, I messed up. It's late. What's the name of that wrestler from the WWE? Because Steve something said so. Whatever. I'm tired. I am tired past my bedtime. I need to go Mimi. Ikoban is a good player, but not as good as with the Niners because there's no AD. Now Rudy's tired. Rudy's tired. Ram fans, listen. You know what Ram fans sound like? They sound like Packer fans. Ram fans sound like Packer fans. They love to touch the balls of certain players. Packer fans are all over Aaron Rodgers' balls. Touch. Oh, we have Aaron Rodgers. Oh, we have Aaron Rodgers. We have the bad man. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers this, and Aaron Rodgers that, and Aaron Rodgers this, and Aaron Rodgers that. Oh, we're touching his balls. Rams fans. Ooh, AD's balls. We're touching AD's balls. Ooh, they feel good. They're very strong. He must be lifted with his balls. You're all over their balls. Who gives a shit about AD? He's one player. One. Tell me about the rest of your players next to him. Who are the ones next to AD? He's one player, for the love of God. He's good. He's a very good player. Yes, he is. But he's one. The last time I checked, it's 11 on 11, not 11 on 1. Stop with the ball touching. You'll never hear me say, Nick Bosa. Ooh, Nick Bosa. I always say we have Nick Bosa. We have Javon Kinlaw. We have Eric Armstead. We have Samson. It's a collective team effort. You'll never hear me, Bosa. Nothing. We have Bosa and Bosa this and Bosa that and Bosa that. That's not who I am. We have Bosa amongst the rest of the team. Bosa's good. Bosa's a very good player, but he's only one player. Give me 3 good players over 1. I'll take it. Give me 3 average players that can be very dominant over 1 player like Bosa. I'll take it. This whole thing with, AD. Like this comment. Ikebaum is a good player, but not as good as the Niners because we have AD. And, because there's no AD on the Niners D-line. I'm sorry, Rudy, but that sounds really stupid. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, man. You're my boy. You're my carnal. We get it. We're friends, and you're gonna be on my show. Maybe after tonight, maybe you won't. I don't know. But you love your team. You respect your team. I respect you for that. You're very knowledgeable. You know about your team. You know the history. But when I was listening to you on your show, this whole but I guess everybody has their perspective. If that's what you think, and that's the way you view things, and I have to I mean, I like it, I may not accept it, but I'll respect it. This whole that your stadium is better than our stadium, who gives a rat's ass? If we're winning 2 or 3 Super Bowls, I guarantee you talk to a Niner fan, would you rather win 3 Super Bowls or have a stadium like the Rams? They'll play in Oakland if we can win 3 Super Bowls. I guarantee you, any Niner fan, we'll play in Oakland. We'll play in the shittiest stadium if we can win 3 more Super Bowls. Who cares about stadiums? your stadium is better than ours. It is. But our stadium is not falling apart. It's not like, the chairs are broken. It's not like the teleprompter doesn't work. This whole, the SoFi Stadium is better than the Niners. That is so stupid and childish. The owners this and our owners did better than these owners, and Carmen Policy got caught with his pants down doing. Who cares? I don't care what Carmen Policy did. I don't care if he did things illegally or illegally. What I care about is that we won 5 Super Bowls. We won 5 Super Bowls with Carmen Policy at the helm. What he did off the field, what he did, even if he was part of the Niners, I don't care. A lot of these young Niner fans don't even know who Carmen Policy is. Okay? You talk to a lot of these Niner fans that are born in what? The 2010? Going forward, I guess. You tell them Carmen Policy, they're like, who's Carmen Policy? They're like, who's Carmen Policy? Who's that? Some of them don't even know who DeBarlo is anymore, Jr. Some do, but at least Carmen Policy, they probably don't remember. But yet, Carmen Policy did this. Who cares what he did? If it was legal, illegal, if he was with a guy, or if he was with a girl, or I don't care if he was a prostitute, I don't care what he did. What I care about is production. He got us 5 Super Bowl. Everything else can kiss my butt. Hey, Carmen Policy was snoring coke. He was the biggest cokehead in the time that he was with the Niners. Good for Carmen Policy. We still won 5 Super Bowls. Carmen Policy was gay. Who cares? We won 5 Super Bowls. Carmen Policy was a fraud. Who cares? We won 5 Super Bowls. This whole my GM is better than yours. Your quarterback is better than mine. Your coach is not as good as mine. It sounds like elementary, right? Like you're playing in elementary. My dad is bigger than your dad. My dad will kick your dad's ass. That's what it sounds like. My dad is bigger. My dad was in prison. Your dad's a nerd. That sounds so... Oh my God. I'm tired. I should get off. Oh, I'm tired. My dad is bigger than yours. My wee-wee is bigger than your wee-wee. Real truth. Rams only lost Super Bowl in 2018 because Gurley was hurt. Cup was out. Now, it didn't help. Let's be honest. It didn't help that Gurley was hurt. You're right. It didn't help that you guys were without Cooper Kupp, which I personally think Cooper Kupp is an amazing receiver. I liked him coming out of college. I hate it when you guys took him, but I knew he was going to be somebody, and I knew that if somebody can bring the best out of him was the Rams. And I'm a big fan of Cooper Kupp. And I understand he got injured and it got harder to win that Super Bowl because of his injury and Gurley. But to say the only reason you lost the Super Bowl, you can't say that. I mean, you can say it because you said it. You can say whatever you want to say. You don't know that. You could have had a healthy Cooper Kupp and you could have had a healthy Gurley, and you still don't know if you would have won the Super Bowl. Now, your chances would have been better. I agree. But to say that the only reason why you lost is because you didn't have those two players, no. It's like me saying the reason why we lost to the Rams in the championship is because Jimmy G was the quarterback. Well, Jimmy G wasn't blocking Aaron Donald. The last time I checked, I didn't see Jimmy G block. I seen him running away from Aaron Donald or getting sacked, but I didn't see him blocking Aaron Donald. That was our offensive line. They gave Aaron Donald a pass to go and go after a quarterback. So I'm not going to sit there. We lost the NFC Championship because of Jimmy. We got to remember we at the end of the day, Niners lost. I'm not delusional. I'm not the type of fan to sit there and go, well, whatever. We lost. A loss is a loss. That's just the bottom line. But we did lose by 3 points. It's not like we were dominated by the Rams. It's not like the Rams were so pissed off that we have won 6 in a row that they just kicked our ass in the NFC Championship. I mean, the Rams just 47 or 48 to 14. The Rams just destroyed the Niners. You guys won by 3 points. At the end of the day, 3 points is enough. The last time I checked, it's enough to win. But 3 points, my friend, not 30 points. So what I'm getting at, you guys did not dominate us. It's hard to beat a team as good as the Rams are. And again, I am not delusional. So for me to sit here and say that the Rams suck, that makes me delusional. The Rams do not suck. The Rams are a powerhouse. They just won the Super Bowl. From 32 teams, they're the ones holding the Lombardi Trophy. They don't suck. But we lost by 3 points. And we beat you guys 6. The same team that won the Super Bowl, we beat them twice in that year. The team that won the Super Bowl, the team that is holding the Lombardi Trophy, lost. Even though it's regular season games, but they still lost twice. Just like if the Niners would have won the Super Bowl this year. Let's say, just for sake of argument, the Niners win over the Rams. We beat the Bengals. We are champions. Cardinal fans can sit there and tell me, yep, you guys are champions, but you still lost twice to our team. What can I say? We have a trophy. We lost twice to your team. But we won the Super Bowl. But we lost twice to the Cardinals. You can't change history. I can enjoy the win. I can still sit there and go, I have the ring. We have the ring. I don't have shit. The Niners have the ring and the trophy, but we still lost. You guys are the Super Bowl champs, but you guys lost twice to us. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. It is. It's difficult. And you guys had the better day. But by 3 points, it could have gone either way. So, I'm just speaking truth. I'm just speaking truth. See, like, Dick Tracy loves to just talk smack, bro. I love this guy. This guy's my dude. Pooper Cup. See, I'm not going to say Pooper Cup. I'm going to say I'm going to give the man his respect. Cooper Cup, MVP of the Super Bowl. Listen, your quarterback that you speak highly of, your quarterback that you speak highly of, Rudy, did not win the MVP. Your receiver did. So how good is really this dude when Cooper Kupp was the one that held the MVP, not even your quarterback? That's truth right there. Lamb School is even more brutal. I was telling Beto on my channel, McVay could go 0-17 this season and still have a better record than Kyle. And again, that falls under my daddy's bigger than your daddy. My mama has bigger breasts than your mama. My mama been with more dudes than your mama. Who gives a rat's ass if McVay would lose 7? And I'm not disrespecting you, Rudy. I'm disrespecting your comment. Not you, your comment. But if we lose 0-17, McVay is still better than Kyle. Oh, Kyle's not that good. If you lose 0-17, I guarantee you don't give a shit about Kyle. You guys lose 0-17, Kyle is the least of your problems. Kyle Shanahan will be the least of your problems. You're going to be, what the is going on with my team? How is my team that just won the Super Bowl go 0-17? I guarantee you, if you're concerned about Kyle Shanahan after the Rams go 0-17, my friend, you should be a Niner fan. Because I guarantee you, the Niners go 0-17, I can give a rat's ass about the Rams or anybody in the organization. I'm going to be concerned about what the heck is happening to my team. So for you to say, if McVay loses 0-17, he's still better than Kyle. My friend, you got issues. You got issues. Lance is a weak link. PFF put Kyle ahead of McVay as a play caller. I guess because Kyle taught him everything he knows. And, that's funny. That's funny that you say that, Tommy, because when you learn everything everything that McVay has learned, he learned it from Kyle. And McVay has said it. This is not me speaking out of the side of my butt. This McVay has given Kyle Shanahan a lot of credit to McVay's success. Now, McVay put a lot of his own stuff, and McVay's a great coach. I'm not saying Sean McVay's not. If anything, he has a beautiful wife. If you want to get into technical, Sean McVay's wife is prettier than Kyle Shanahan's. There you go. If you want to get into who's better, Sean McVay's wife is way hotter than Kyle Shanahan's. There you go. This whole McVay is better or Kyle's better. Kyle taught a lot of what McVay knows. So if you don't think Kyle Shanahan is a good coach, now you might say, well, he's a good play caller. Well, he's a better play caller, yes, but he's not a bad coach. The Niners don't have that many wins in Kyle Shanahan's tenure than McVay does. But 2 championship appearances and a Super Bowl is pretty impressive. Yeah, I rather would have won it, but it's impressive. You talk to a Lions fan, you talk to a Jets fan, they want to get to the NFC Championship because if they get there, they're only 1 game away from the promised land. It's hard to get to an NFC Championship game. And it's even harder to get to the Super Bowl. Talk to the Packers. How many times did the Packers go to the NFC Championship and still lost? Aaron Donald is an all-time great in the NFL history. Bosa is a Pro Bowler. See. Let me put it this way. And you tell me, Rudy, whether you agree with me or not. That's fine. Bosa has been in the league since 2019, right? And he was hurt for a whole year. So you got to take away 1 year. He got hurt in the second game of the year and didn't play. You got to take that out. So 19, 20, 21. 3 seasons. So he only has 2 seasons of playtime because he was hurt one. Look at what Bosa has done in those 2 years. And look at what AD did his first 2 years. Bosa was better at his craft in his first 2 years than AD was. Now, AD is better now because he's played longer. AD has played forever, and he's accomplished a lot. So yes, he's an all-time great. Bosa is on his way there. If Bosa continues to play the way that he's playing, by the end of his career, whether he finishes it with the Niners or not, he will be spoken of a great pass rusher. He's not there yet, but he's heading that way. What I said earlier, I never said Bosa was better than AD. I said, if you look at my video and you rewatch it, I said Bosa is as important to the Niners defense as AD is to the Rams. Tell me if that's not true. You're a Rams fan, Rudy, but I know you love football. Rudy, I know you are a football fan, right? You may hate the Niners, which is fine, but you are a football fan. If you can say Joe Montana was great, then you are a football fan. If you can't say Joe Montana was great, then you are just a hater and just a Rams fan. Because I can say Eben Smith was one hell of a running back. I hate the Cowboys. Leonette, the offensive guard, was a monster for the Cowboys, but I hate the Cowboys. Let's see here. My friend, brand new. This dude is delusional. Must be a slow news day for the Niners. Now, that's your opinion, and that's fine. That's your opinion, but I still know this. We have 5 Super Bowls. You only have 2. I do know that for a fact. And I don't think I'm delusional in that part. And that's fine. You are a Rams fan. Why wouldn't you? Now, you're looking at is just you have only Akers, Cam Akers. Who do you have behind him? We have a plethora of running backs that can be just as effective as Akers. Elijah Mitchell can just run just as good as Akers. I can't talk about T.Y. or Sherman because they haven't done shit for my team yet. But what's his name? Jeff Wilson Jr. is good. The way Kyle schemes our offense, we don't need a brand name receiver, if you will. We just need, not receiver, running back or receiver. But running backs, we're talking about. We don't need a brand name running back. What we need is effective running backs. Can you get the first down? Can you move the chains? Can you get productivity? Can you get 4 yards per carry? That's what matters to me. I don't care of the name behind the man's jersey. I don't get caught up in individual players. I get caught up in, can you help the team get to the goal of winning the game? Can you be effective in winning the game? I don't get caught up in that, Akers is better than any running game, you don't have a name. Or Cooper Kupp. Listen, if Cooper Kupp has a better year than Debo, let's say he has a better year than Debo, but Debo had a 1,500-yard year and 10 touchdowns. If Debo has 1,500 plus yards and 10 touchdowns for the Niners, and Cooper Kupp was still better, I can guarantee you no Niner fan cares if Cooper Kupp was better or not. We're just glad that we got 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns out of Debo for our team. I mean, I'm old school. If your team defense is ranked higher than the Niners, but the Niners defense won us 4 games that we should have lost, but because of our defense, we were able to stay in it and we won the game purely because of our defense. And it was 4 games that we won in that year. But at the end of the year, we made the playoffs. The Rams and Niners both don't make the Super Bowl, for example. But the Rams had a better defense than the Niners. I don't care. I really don't. What I care about is, okay, we should have lost 4 games, but because of our defense, we won them and we got W's. That's what I care about. I can care less who has the better defense. Now, I would want my team to be a top 5 defense. Why? Because if you're a top 5 defense, that means you are playing very well and your chances of going far in the season is good. Not all the time, but projectively. I don't get caught up in this player is better than that player. My receiver is better than yours. My daddy's bigger than yours. My mama looks uglier or prettier than yours. I don't get caught up in that. Your mom can be, and when I say your mom, I'm not talking about you personally, Rudy. I'm saying in general. Your mom can be prettier than mine, but if my mama tucked me in my bed when I was a baby and she sang me lullabies as a kid, my mama might not be pretty, but she take care of me. Do you think it matters to me whether whose mama's prettier than mine? My dad might have a problem with that, but not me. So I don't care if your team is better or not better, or what I care about is if we play you guys again in the championship, can my team beat your team? That's what I care about. Perfect example. My team was better than your team in 2021 when it came to head-to-head matchups. At the end of the day, during the season, my team was better than the Rams in those 2 head-to-head games. Why? Because we won. But in the NFC Championship, we lost. So do you think Niner fans would trade both of those wins? I'd rather lose to the Rams twice in the regular season and win the NFC Championship. That's me, though. Some Niner fans may say, nope, we want to win them all. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I'd rather beat you guys twice and then beat you the third time, which is very hard to do, man. If you're a true fan of the game, it's hard to win a team, especially as good as the Rams are, 3 times. It had to be a point where even the worser team would win. It's just science, man. Rams, better receivers, better D-line. There we go again. Better secondary, better head coach. Niners have better tight end, linebacker. We have a better janitor. We have a better water boy. We have a cuter water girl. If at the end of the season, Niners 12-5, Rams 12-5, Niners 12-5, Rams 12-5, but your coach is better than our coach, Aaron Donald's better than and your D-line is not better than ours. Okay, I guarantee you that. And again, if you say your D-line is better than ours because of one man, oh my God. That's where the delusional part comes in. This is why I titled this show, Ram Fans Are Delusional. If you strictly are saying that your D line is better than the Niners because of Aaron Donald, just Aaron Donald, that's some delusional stuff, my friend. Delusional. Delusional. Aaron Donald, as an individual player, is a great player. You know what? If you're honest with these, you're not going to be honest with yourself. That's fine. You're a little bit of a homer when it comes to the Rams. I know that. I've said it. I never hid from saying that. But I'm going to, how could I put it where I don't sound like a homer? If anybody listening to me right now that is true with themselves, whether you're a Rams fan or Niner fan, Raiders fan, I don't care. Now, there's only a couple of U2 Ram fans and all Niner fans in here. Not that many cases. Damn, it's already late. But I would rather have Nick Bosa and Eric Armstead as a combo over Aaron Donald. And again, I know it sounds like a homer because I'm the Niner fan. If I was the Rams fan, and it's hard to say, it's hard to put it that way. I'm trying to think of another team that has two good players. Who has two good players that is not the Niners that I would give up Nick Bosa in a heartbeat? What? Help me out, guys. Let me move up all my things so I can read. Damn, Rudy, you've been busy. I am so sorry. I have not been avoiding your questions, Rudy. I just, man, you have been writing on here. I was behind on the comments. But I'm trying to think. Help me out, Rudy. Which team has two good players on their defense that you like? Name me two players on a particular defense that you like. I'm trying to think of Chubbs with the Broncos, and who else do they have over there? Name me a team that has two good players on the defensive line. All right, even if we can't think of the names, I'd rather have two good players than one great player. I'd rather have two good players than one great player. I'd rather have two Pro Bowlers over an all, whatever you want to call it, player. So if you gave me Nick Chubbs, well, see, he's just as good as Nick, so it's kind of hard. But if you give me two players that are good, I will give you Nick Bosa quickly. I'll get rid of Nick Bosa. So I'd rather have Eric Armstead and Bosa than just AD. And if anybody's honest with themselves and truthfully is a fan of football, you would take two good players over one. Why? Because you're getting production from two sides. With one player, whether he's good or not, you're only getting production from one spot. When you got Bosa and Eric Armstead, you're getting production from two sides. You got one from the inside and one on the outside. I guarantee you, bro, if you had a relationship with your quarterback, if you were tight with your quarterback, Stafford, if you and Stafford were boys, you guys were playing Xbox together, and you're like, hey, brother, I'm going to kick your butt on Madden, and you guys are laughing, you ask Stafford, would you rather be chased by Aaron Donald, or would you rather be chased by Armstead and Bosa? He's going to pick Aaron Donald because it's only coming from one side. Who would he rather not face? I should have put it that way. Who would he rather not face? AD or the combination of Bosa and Armstead? Now, if you say AD, then that's just a homer. It's just a homer because as a quarterback, you're looking at the field, you look at your receivers. Here's Nick Bosa coming from this side. Here's Armstead You don't know which way they're coming from. If you have just one player like AD, even though AD penetrates and AD's good, but he's only one man. That's my whole point of this whole conversation. AD is good, but he's only one man. He's not a powerhouse by himself. When the Rams beat the Niners, it wasn't because only AD. AD had a big part of it, but it wasn't just AD that beat the Niners. It was your secondary. It was your receiving core. It was your running game. It was a collective win for the Rams. It wasn't just Aaron Donald, right? So you got to get out of that. What's up, big stinker? Rams secondary is, yeah. I mean, they lost another corner, so I don't know how they're going to do there. Rams aren't about only AD. You're off the rails now, but that's all you guys talk about, though. That's my point. You guys mentioned yourself earlier in the comments. AD is better than this. Now see, you didn't see in your statement when you said Samson Ekam is a good player, but he doesn't play well with the Niners because the Niners did. You didn't say because the Niners don't have AD, they don't have Robinson, they don't have Floyd, they don't have Sean. You didn't say that. What you said, my friend, he's not that good because the Niners don't have AD, one player. But yet here in this comment, you're calling me going off the rails. But when you made the statement earlier that Samson is not as good with the Niners because we don't have one. You didn't say we don't have Robinson. We don't have Floyd. They don't have Floyd. You didn't mention all these players. You mentioned one. So who is the one that's off the rails, my friend? Not I. Not I. I'm keeping it real. You're loquito. It's okay. I love you anyway. Rams secondary is the best in the NFC West. Ramsey's return. Your secondary is. Let's see here. Yeah, you probably are the best secondary in the West. You probably are. And you probably were better than us last year, right? In the West. But yet we still won twice in the regular season. And that's my whole point. You might have the better secondary than us, but we beat you guys twice in the regular season. Where did that secondary go? Did it take a day off on that Sunday? Was Ramsey went to the bar instead of playing against the Niners in the regular season? Where was Scott? Where was Taylor Rapp? Where was Nick or Hill or Troy or Batman or Robin? Where were they in those two losses to the Niners? Just because you have a better part of a team better than ours, or we have the better linebacker, we have the best middle linebacker in the West. We have the better trio of linebackers. But guess what? Those same three linebackers lost against the Rams in the championship. So does it matter that we have the best trio in the NFL? We still lost in the championship game. At the end of the day, my friend, and everybody that is still watching with me at this hour, my God, thank you for watching. What you do on the field is what matters. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. Anything can happen on any given Sunday. You can be the best team on paper. You can be the best team coming in that week and get your ass kicked by a sorry team. I've seen it happen multiple times. You can have the best secondary. You can have the best D-line. You can have the best quarterback. You can have anything and still get your butt kicked by a lesser team. Anything can happen on any given Sunday. What is done on the field on that particular day It speaks volumes. It doesn't matter. Listen, you guys lost twice to the Niners. If you guys would have, let's say the Rams would have had, let's say the Rams would have lost the NFC West, the Niners would have been the NFC Championship champs. And let's say the Niners would have won three games more than the Rams, so we had a better record. But you guys still won the championship game. Do you guys care? Let's be honest. If you guys can be honest, do you care that you guys had a worse record than the Niners? Do you guys care that you guys lost the NFC West when now you're heading to the Super Bowl? I guarantee you can give a rat's ass about your record if you're heading to the Super Bowl. That's real talk. That is real talk. At the end of the day, bro, whether you say your team is better than mine, I say my team is better than you. At the end of the day, my friend, the reality is this. Week 4, we're going to find out who the better team is that day. On that day, we're going to find out who the better team is. I think we play week 8. We're going to find out who the better team is that week. It doesn't matter. Anything else doesn't matter. Who is playing better that day is what matters. You can have listen, when you guys lost to us in Santa Clara and we kicked your ass, you guys had the better record. You guys had the better record. You guys had momentum going into that game. You guys should have kicked. That beatdown that took place should have been the other way around. That beatdown should have been the Rams beating the Niners. The Niners had just lost, I believe, to the Cardinals. Got destroyed by a backup quarterback in McCoy. And we kicked the living bleep out of the Rams on Monday Night Football. The better team was the Rams, wasn't it? Weren't the Rams the better team coming in? I think they were. Who were the favorites to win that game? I believe the Rams were. Who got their ass kicked? Yes, it was the Rams on Monday night. Now, I'm not talking about the championship game. I'm talking about the Monday night game. My point being, whether you're the better team or not, anything can happen on any given Sunday. Holy crap. I am 5 minutes from 2 hours. I started this chat late, and I've been on here for 2 hours. My Lord. My Lord. But anyway, listen, if I sounded offensive, if I sounded rude, Rudy, I apologize. I love you, brother. We don't agree in a lot of areas. You're very passionate about your Rams. I am very passionate about my Niners. We're going to bump heads when it comes to football. But at the end of the day, I respect you as a person. I may not respect your views on your team. I may not respect your team. But I definitely respect the man that Rudy is. I respect you as a person. And if I was offensive or if I said anything that was out of line or you thought that it was out of line, please forgive me. I say it openly on my show. I apologize. I get a little emotional and I get a little, huffy puffy, and sometimes I can be disrespectful, and I apologize to you, Rudy. I love you. Even your friend, the one that doesn't like me and call me delusional. What's his name? Brand new. Respect to you too. Hey man, Nathaniel James, he's probably not even here no more. When did he? My goodness, I was not on top of the comments tonight. My apologies. I didn't even realize Nathaniel James popped in. I don't know if you're still watching, Nathaniel. You're probably not. You probably already went to work. Love you, brother. Good to see you, man. Hope you have a blessed day at work. Everyone that watched my show tonight, God bless you, man. You guys are amazing. Staying up with me. It's going to be 1 o'clock, and I'm sitting here doing a live. You guys are amazing. You guys are the rock stars. Reaper Cobra 96. What's up, brother? Coming in late, but coming in at the right time. We are the first team to win 12 road games in the NFL. Not a lot of teams can do that. I didn't know that. Interesting stat. I like stats. I like history. I like saying that we beat the Rams 17 consecutive times. I love saying that. But those 17 consecutive times didn't do shit for us when we lost to the Rams this championship game. You know what I mean? So, history's nice. Talking smack. That's why I don't really like talking smack. I'd rather just talk football. Rams had a lot of good players. Niners had a lot of good players. Rams were, when they had the team, what do they call that? The greatest turf or greatest show on turf. They were dominating, man. They kicked our butt left and right. They were kicking our butt. Now, we were a bad team, but we're still an NFL team. So they did what they had to do to beat us. And they won a Super Bowl in that time. They should have. And that's another thing. When the Niners were dominant, they won 5. When the Rams had the greatest shirt on turf and they were amazing, they only got 1 Super Bowl. Just 1. You would have thought, thunk it that they would have got more Super Bowls with that team they had that year, those couple of years. Just 1. But when the Niners had their dynasty, they got 5. With that, I say good night. Thank you for putting up with the Niners sickness. Ram fans are delusional, but I still love my boy Rudy. I don't really know brand new, but respect to you as well, brother. I still love my delusional friend. They're just delusional, but I still love them, man. All right, guys. Good night. God bless. And we'll see you on the next Niners Sickness podcast. My wife is going to kick my... I'm afraid of her more than I am afraid of Aaron Donald. Later.